Gangs!
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What is it that you really like?
Age.
Anyone can cook.
He's the one behind these recipes.
We get to really be part of people's lives.
20 minutes for 2 medium rare steaks? This is bullshit.
Yes, chef.
I need to hear you.
Yes, chef.
It's your call.
Lady.
Look at me. Wake up.
What is up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of Dry Storage Confessionals. I'm your host, Maggie. My spiel for some new listeners and those that may have forgotten, I am born and raised restaurant baby, restaurant kid. I love it. I've loved it, lived it, survived it, hated it, all the things. And this is my love letter to those that feel the same way. So I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm glad y'all are tagging along. We talk all perspectives from the customers and how they're right to us and how we're right, and vice versa. The crazy, wild experiences, the ways we've been stabbed in the back, everything in between, our diary behind the swinging doors. So thanks for clocking in with us. If you watched last episode, I do want to apologize. This has been such a learning curve. I feel like I'm just saying that time and time again, but I just want to be real and authentic with you guys and not try to stress myself out and break myself over backwards trying to get it perfect behind the scenes. As you saw, like last episode was just a super chill setting in my house after a shower, PJs on, just shooting the shit about just alcoholism in the workplace, a quick little personal catch up with my private event position here at the pub. And you can literally see I at least had been talking for 41 minutes. So it's got some meat to the show at least, but plugged in my phone and silence for the rest of the episode. The audio completely cuts out, and I guess started feeding through my phone instead of my Yeti mic, but then it wasn't restored or stored or saved anywhere on my phone, so it just went nowhere. That shit literally baffles me. I've had everything under the sun happen, whether it be a phone die and you don't know it, the audio switching inputs and you don't know it, just footage flat out disappearing because it was corrupted during recording and you don't know it. The list goes on, and it's quite sickening, but it just makes me want to try harder and it makes me want to keep going. And the last thing I'm going to do is delete content. So it's there. And I apologize for the abrupt ending. The last part of it was me just reading off some of the kitchen submissions. The leading submission was like, my biggest pet peeve in the kitchen is a chef that farts. And so I just went on and read a few of those, and it was really funny. So maybe I'll pick that up again. I appreciate and apologize. I appreciate the patience and the support nonetheless, but I apologize for the mishap. So let's get into today's episode. Alas, we have the lovely Courtney joining us, and I can't wait to see what you guys think. Let's get into it.
You need your parlays laid? I got you. It's going to cost you, but I got you.
My demographics is mostly men, so actually, if you like watching chicks that might talk about...
I can tell you every Heisman winner from last year back to 2008. Actually, I can probably go back to Reggie Bush.
Period.
So,
unfortunately, we're not talking about that
We're not doing that today, guys.
Well, like I told you guys, this is the beautiful, lovely Courtney.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm
glad.
so excited.
Okay, Courtney, before we get into all the trauma, just go ahead and describe yourself to me in a way that the drunkest customer you've ever served would.
Oh, God. Probably short, spicy, and sporadic.
Yes. That I think that sums it up. You're a petite blonde girl from Mississippi. Shout out, with a cop dad. Shout out times 2.
Go for it.
So what part of you absolutely terrifies people once they get to know you?
Oh, God. I think a lot of people get a misconception that, like, being a cop's kid, you have to be, like, down to the book. You can't do anything wrong. And I think that is where people are like, whoa, who is this girl? Because that is not me. I live within means. I try not to break the law. We all do it. If you speed, you're probably breaking the law.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are always like, okay, she's actually pretty chill. We can do what we want.
Yeah, you're kind of constantly having to like bat that off.
Oh, absolutely.
And also in the flip way of like, oh, you can get a quick out because of that. And you're like, no, like you said to me just the other day, I'm my own person with my own mistakes, and that's not my dad's
growing up,
problem.
people always were like, oh, you can use that. One thing is, I know my dad's probably going to watch this. He will tell you. I was still to this day, and probably till I die, I've never allowed, like, if I get pulled over, I can't just be like, oh, my dad works for so-and-so, and he's been doing this for this long. Like, if I get in trouble, it is no one's fault.
He's going to be like, I don't know that girl.
No, he'll have my back.
Yeah.
He'll always, like, I'll always be my dad's kid and his little baby girl, but what you sow is what you reap. So if you get in trouble, gotta pay the consequences.
Facts. So let's talk a little bit more about who you are. What's the most incorrect assumption people make about you on their first shift, like working with you guys?
Everyone knows that I can be a little bitchy sometimes, but I really do love like, I've trained so many people from not necessarily here, but at my other jobs and all that. And the one thing is like, I think people get so nervous that we're just going to, like, especially myself, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm going to shut them out.
Right.
Because trust, we need you. We want you. Like, if you can run it and you can work it, like, we want you to stay. We want you to be here.
It's a mutual game.
Yes. Like, we want you to feel comfortable. And the first way out of the service industry is not make it like trying to be a person that you're not, or trying to be somebody that you're not, and then not wanting to make any friends, not wanting to be with anybody. And I think people, like, I want you to do your job, trust, but I also want you to feel comfortable enough to come back to work the next day and be like, oh, I really like this place.
Yeah.
But people like to jump ships all the time.
Please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
What's the Courtney fun fact that would make your dad, cop dad, literally shut this podcast off?
Oh, God. To be honest, my sister and I, we are extremely close to our parents. And we, sorry, but if you do something, my mom is probably going to know before my dad, but eventually my dad will know about it too. So, just a heads up.
Yeah, they're an involved family, okay?
Okay.
If she hates you, imagine how her mom feels about you.
Oh, you know. My mother holds grudges like no one's business.
So, tell me about the time then that you went from, I'm just trying to be nice, to, I will have no problem throat checking as grown man today.
Not always grown men. Sometimes it can be women too.
Period. She not going gender.
Nah. I'm cut this out. Equal rights, equal fights. We can both hands go both ways. Let's see.
But really, like, the transformation from finding yourself, I guess, like little Courtney, to just being like, you know what, just because I am small,
God.
Or I don't want my dad to fight for me. Like, when did you transform into that?
Probably in the past, like, when I started here, I started to, like, really, like, I've worked in the service industry since I was 18, but probably once I started here and figuring out, like, I don't need to, like, my mom's going to know about it, but I don't need my mom or my dad to fight my battles anymore. Everything that I've gone through in the past 2 years taught me a lot about myself. But we'll probably dive into that a little later.
And also there is a certain freedom, too, that comes with, like, I can tell my parents this, and that doesn't change anything. Like, that doesn't change the decision that I made and, like, how I'm going to move forward either. So that's, like, always a good milestone that you finally reach some point in adulthood.
And my parents are also the type of parents that are like, if you're not going to do anything about it, then just stop talking about it. Like, if you're not going to handle it, or essentially if you don't want us to handle it, like, then don't bring it up again. Like, just let it be.
Yep.
Or figure it the fuck out.
So there's a read between the lines that if you're speaking about it, you probably acted on it. And they might not ask any details. That's probably how your dad might go about some situations these days. It's just like, I'm not going to dive into this any further.
No, that man has the patience of an angel too. I don't know
As he
how.
must.
I don't know who he gets it from
God
or
bless him.
how he does it, but oh, I know when I make that man mad, something really wrong.
Yeah. All right. So we mentioned the border state: Mississippi, Auburn, pub life, culture
Okay.
shock, if any, maybe. Don't know. What's the difference between Mississippi service industry girlies when you go out back home and ours here?
So I feel like the pub necessarily kind of relates more to like back home, but like if we're talking about like we're going to Auburn or anything like
Interesting.
that,
Okay.
because like here, we're here to supply for ourselves, feed our families, feed ourselves, put a roof over our head, put clothes on our back, etc. If you go into Auburn, and this does not pertain to everybody that works in Auburn, but you see a lot more influx of people that are just like, and no hate, like go get a job. Everybody should work, in my opinion. But you see a lot more of an influx of girls or guys, vice versa, that are just like, that's their fun money. Like
They're just getting started.
some people
yeah.
bring home $1,200 on a weekend,
Mhm.
and they just get to go like blow that money. Whereas back home and necessarily here, you got bills to
Yeah,
pay,
it's getting
baby.
put to use.
you got bills, you have things to do, and all that to go. But no, I personally know people in Auburn that don't understand why we can't go do things after we all like we know how much each other made that weekend, and they're not having to, no hate, trust, no hate, they're not having to pay anything. Like that is strictly for what they want to spend it on.
Yeah.
Like there's no within the lines of that's got to go there and that's got to go there.
And it's just like real time position.
No, yeah.
You know, back home and then here.
Yeah, this
How
definitely
close
relates.
are you to, I guess, like M State
What do you mean?
in Mississippi?
Like
to,
MSU?
to a college campus.
So Hattiesburg, where Southern Miss is at, is only about an hour, and we used to go up to Hattiesburg a lot on the weekends. So I can honestly tell you about the life like at a smaller D1 like Sunbelt school is a lot different than going to any SEC school. So one, everything's smaller. The kids there, it's like kind of you're not meeting a lot of people that you don't already know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess you could say,
Do y'all like move in a group? Like,
yeah,
it's just
everybody
like a-
moved. Like where I went to community college at, it was just my high school on crack. Like it was all the city and county schools. Now I loved it. I had a great time in the middle of in the middle of nowhere. On Thursday nights, people don't understand. We didn't go to the bar. My freshman year we did. We would drive an hour to go to the bar.
Dang.
An hour there, an hour back, or sometimes we'd stay at our friends' houses up at Southern. But we would go to this place called the Dunes, which I've since figured out has been shut down. Or they turned it into something. It's just a bunch of sand pits. We can clip videos in here.
Yeah.
I will happily send Maggie videos, like for real.
Supply. I got you.
We would go and take wood pallets from the back of Walmart in Perkinston, Wiggins.
And, like ride?
No.
Oh.
We would start bonfires.
Oh.
And everyone would go out there. You had 2 gas stations that you could get alcohol underage. No, 1. We're not going to put that out there because I'm not trying to mess over my little freshman and sophomore out there. But that was the only gas station you could get liquor, not even liquor, like beer from.
The Four Locos.
But you would go down all these windy roads into the middle of nowhere. You'd have no service. We would light the things, and everybody would go and climb the sand dunes and ride their Jeeps out there and their trucks out
that
there.
sounds like fun, though.
But that's what we did on Thursday nights until, if you wanted to go to Hattiesburg on Friday, you did. But it's just a hassle, man. Like driving 45 minutes.
So the culture shock is that community college versus like fast forward now what you're doing on Saturday game days.
Yeah, even like at Southern Miss, like they would probably, some of them, they've all been to SEC schools. Like everybody down there travels. But yeah, it's very, very different. Extremely different.
Yeah. How did your dad come to terms with all that?
Come to terms with what? Like,
Just like, was he for it?
my dad has always been, one, my dad's my biggest supporter, and so is my mom. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. I guess we would say, like, until we were of legal age, we wouldn't necessarily, like, divulge into this information into my dad because everybody does it.
Oh, I guess I meant like maybe I'm jumping too far ahead, but just like coming here to work, you know, like coming here for school for one to SEC Auburn, and then for two, I guess I am jumping a bit ahead. The fact that y'all are both now in like service industry, you know, and
so growing up, we can also insert like baby pictures of me and my sister in here.
Would love to.
My dad had he knew our entire life that this is where we would be and we would not be anywhere else. The man has been married to my mom for 30 years in April. And Auburn is a place. Like, I've never stepped foot in Tuscaloosa.
They are that Auburn family.
I've never stepped foot in Tuscaloosa, never been to T-Town in my entire life. I went up to Mississippi State, towards state. Sorry, Trevor. Sorry, all my Mississippi State. It was so bland. Like, I literally cried on the way home.
This team is
I
so
texted
bad.
my mom, and I was like, I could never come here. Like, what is this?
Never.
My sister and I were literally on the Tiger Walk wall in the arena for 15 years, pretty much. And so we didn't know any different.
Yeah.
Like, we don't own any Crimson. That's not us.
So since there's that like strong connection and fanhood before, like he just feels so much more connected to it than just any
Believe
average.
it or not, my dad was a fake Alabama fan. He wasn't a fake Alabama fan. He was never a real Alabama fan. But the 2012 or 2013, what was that? 8A. My granddaddy and my mom and my uncle took my dad into Tiger Eggs and threw all of his Alabama stuff away, literally in the trash can outside of Tiger Eggs.
They're
and
like,
bought
we're
him
not
all
allowing
new
this to
stuff.
happen.
No, like, not anymore. It's over.
That's how you know. Another demographic, like we talked about last episode, there's a lot of New York listeners. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? That SEC don't play around, y'all.
I guess you could say, like, comparison to, like, how bad Alabama and Auburn hate each other. It's like you grow up and you're either one or the other, is like
true drama.
Like the Yankees and the Mets, like, you're either one or the other.
Definitely.
There is no in between.
That's a good comparison for sure. What was the worst, like, you're not in Mississippi anymore moment?
I don't know if I've had like a worst. Like, I've honestly, like, no hate to Mississippi. Like, I was born, I was raised there, but like, I truly love it here.
So it was like a breath of fresh air.
I grew up coming here once a year. My great aunt graduated from Auburn, so we were up here all the time, and she lived here. But I love it, man.
Good.
I love it.
I think that answers it. So moving into your sister, as much as you're comfortable, I would love to have her on as well. So I don't want you to.
I think she would love to be on
her
here.
Story or anything now. But word on the street is that she does work at the biggest, I would say, bar in Auburn.
In the SEC.
I could say that.
It's
I
the
think
biggest
so.
bar in the SEC.
Hell yeah. War Damn Eagle. Let's do it. Skybar. We all know about it. I love it.
I love it too.
I'm sorry.
People have everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but don't get it twisted.
Right. Give
Don't
us a
get it
couple
twisted.
stories.
Oh God. I feel like my
Experiences
sister would...
to sum it up, maybe.
So actually I was thinking about this on the way here. So from the outside, you would never understand how big Skybar is, but one of my most recent stories is actually from my birthday last year. So it's the Elite Eight. No, it's a Sweet 16 to go to the Elite Eight. I love Auburn. I love Auburn sports. I love sports. So me and a couple of my friends, we all go out. It is shoulder to shoulder in there. You cannot move. You cannot breathe. And we're all locked in on a TV somewhere, someplace. But eventually, like, the game ends. We're headed to the Elite Eight. We go back in. At this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning. So they're about to close. We go to Boom Boom in the back. There's a booth. It was Parents' Weekend.
Oh, God.
So in Sky, if you get up from a table, if you get up from a booth, it's gone. This is not Vegas. You cannot buy a table in Skybar. So we're like, oh my God, booth, run. We run to the booth. I kid you not, this 50-year-old woman comes up to our table and starts yelling at us. starts you. It's 1:30 in the morning. Ma'am, take your mom home. My mom's also, all of our parents have been to Skybar. Oh, speechless. I still think about this. This woman was so angry at us.
Oh my God.
Her daughter was appalled. And I looked at one of the security guards, which I do know, and I was like, we'll just call him we'll call him Bob. And I was
fine.
like, Bob, get him. And so Bob comes down and is like, ma'am, like, the table's not yours. Like, if you don't calm down, you're going to have to leave. And then her husband gets involved. And she's like, F you, y'all aren't nothing but some children. Man, this is Skybar in Auburn, Alabama on a Friday. On a freaking Friday. And so eventually they get out, and then, like, she's just, like, flipping us off. And my cousin, she don't play either. And she just starts flipping her off back. And that lady gets in her face. Next thing I know, the child is, like, apologizing profusely. Like,
Oh my
she's
gosh,
so
she's so
embarrassed. And because, like, security had told her, like, just go, like, take your mom somewhere else. Like, she doesn't have to go. Just, like, take her out of this vicinity. Skybar is so large, so you have a million other places to take her. And eventually, like, the husband starts coming up on us again. And they're like, all right, you got to go. And they're like, I pay way too much money, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter
What
how
money?
much money you pay. Unless you're tipping the bartenders
I was gonna
thousands
say,
of dollars.
but that's
no
a
one
choice of
cares.
your own. Other than that, it's the same cover for everybody. And like she said, there are no table purchases. Like
Sky
there is
ain't-
no VIP section. None of that.
The biggest misconception people get from Sky 2 is that cover is so expensive. Cover only changes 2 times a year. If maybe 3, depending on capacity. New Year's and Iron Bowl.
I was gonna say, I think the reason that there ever is like an upcharge is merely like
It's when it hits
capacity.
max
It's
capacity.
like
It's
we're
to try
gonna
and get
charge the
people.
fuck out of y'all just so that you will stop trying to come here. Like honestly,
Last weekend was
and not
No.
literally to shy them away or anything,
No.
but just like
slow the line down, let people
Yeah.
come out, send people in. Iron Bowl weekend, Kimberly came home and she was like, so after me, Brooke, and Lydia left, I think it was at like 12. I don't really know. But she said at 1:30, so at 1:30 they go to shots only. No beers, no drinks. She said the lines were wrapped at all 3 doors. Again, at 1:30. They close in 30 minutes.
and they don't care.
Do you
They're
know
just
you
trying to
have
get in
30
and like
minutes?
soak in that last like any little time.
It's insane to me.
Mhm.
Like, go home.
Yeah, it is.
Go
insane.
home. Go
It's
to the gas
crazy.
station, buy a pack of beer.
Yeah, continue this party elsewhere or go to Fats for the love of God.
Go to Fat
Scoot your ass. We have one private owned. They're all private
Private
owned,
owned.
but private club
Yeah.
that is grandfathered into the like.
7 a.m. clock out time.
Yeah, they call it whatever. I don't know, but you have to have a membership, and that's the
I
loophole.
got my Fats card right over there.
Yeah,
I've only been like 3 times.
but they stay open till
Yeah.
the sun is up, and that is the only place. So get your ass over there and go on. What is the scariest type of customer at one of these giant SEC bars?
God, I think Kimberly could tell you there's like multiple.
Is it the frat guy? Is it the drunk sorority girl? Is it the creepy parents? Or just like the creepy dude that's praying?
I feel like
The drunk
they have
mom.
to deal with all of it. And I feel like Kimberly can give you a more definite answer on that. But like, some people just don't care. Like, they're so drunk, they just think they're right. And to me, that's like
Terrifying.
terrifying because I'm like, you're not right. They have decent security though, so like there's
Yeah.
a problem. Like, you're
Oh,
gone.
they're fucking everywhere.
You're gone.
Literally everywhere.
I'll never forget the time that my sister came home and she was talking about, so the bars are so big inside of there, and so there's multiple wells. They always have 3 bartenders behind each bar. Some could have 6, some could have 7, some could have 5.
They'll have a girl just sitting there running
Credit
like
cards.
credit cards. That's it. That's her only job.
Insert tips, swiping credit cards, and then all that. But one time my sister came home and told me that, I don't know if it was a girl or a guy, but I'm pretty sure this has happened multiple times, threw up all in her well. All up just like right there.
They're
in the
tall
well.
bar tops too. So I'm not
Yeah, no, I have to sit on my tippy toes.
I'm not like understanding. Like she must have been like up and over.
Well, you know, they like lean on the bars to try, because I
To
mean,
talk and it's loud. Maybe she
and-
was like trying. Her drunk ass could have been trying to find like a trash can to That's disgusting.
She said a lot of people this year have been asking for like Rumpy and Diet, Rumpy and Coke, like making Rumplements into mixed drinks.
Oh my God.
It's foul. It's
I mean, I guess if you treat it more of a liqueur rather than shooting it, kind of like a Frangelico, I guess that's better.
Oh, I had a lady the other day. I loved them. They were awesome. But she ordered double Jaeger and Diet.
I saw that video.
Double Jaeger and Diet, man. And I was like,
What you doing Friday
"Ooh."
night? Trying to hang out with you.
The way I found my way to the pub is kind of crazy, too.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
So, it runs really weird and really like, because how I found Anna.
Yeah.
So one day, my no longer friend, all due respect, was in town for a football game, and we went to the football game, and then we popped into Sky after, and I was wearing my Derek Hall jersey, and he was like, "Oh my God, do you know Derek?" And I was like, "Cool, whatever." Not anything that really like justifies to this, but I was like, whatever, blah blah blah, and so we started Snapchatting, and then we started talking, and then his roommate was like sleeping around on Anna, honestly. God bless Anna, bro, for dealing with that. But
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I was working at another place in Auburn, very nice establishment, run very well, down to the T, but it was so cliquey that I just was not I was never going to find my footing in the door there.
Yeah.
And so Anna, I did not like Anna at first, fun fact. And then the girl ended up living with me for 2 years and is like one of my sisters now.
Yes.
But she was like, why don't you, like, I'll get you an application. And I was like, okay. And so one day I came up here and I met your dad.
Yep.
She's like, she's turning in an application. She's like, all right, bet. Mathen interviewed me. The interview lasted, I think Mathen could probably tell you, the interview lasted like all of like 3
So
minutes.
funny.
So fast. And so, and the next thing I know, Anna's moving into my house. And that is how I found my footing in the pub and been here.
And it's
I
funny
love it.
because Anna got her job here because she was friends with Kate. And Kate's mom was my mom's roommate here in college. And Kate was coming here for school and wanted a job. And Kate never even actually like ended up working here. Anna was like, I'll take it. She came here and got the job.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's funny how it all. But what did I miss it? When did you and Anna actually meet? In Skybar?
No. Anna and I met through the guy I was talking to.
Oh, okay.
And then
Because of that guy.
one day, like, don't ever date a crazy. Like, if a man's trying to fight in the bar all the time, literally leave his ass. If they aren't mature enough to withhold their alcohol and do all
ridiculous.
that, leave him. And then so one day, like, we stopped talking, and I just was like, why does everyone hate Anna? Like, she's honestly such a good person. Like, why? And it's just because of the type of people they were.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. It literally
wasn't
had
her.
nothing to do with Anna. It had everything to do with them.
Right.
And so Anna brought me a Gatorade to my old job before I started working at the pub, and we hit it off. And yeah, one day I was sitting in here, and she was like, they want to sublease my room. And I was like, okay, well, our roommate just left, so you can move in.
Yeah.
And we literally left here on a Friday night, got boxes, packed up all of Anna's shit, and moved her
That's
in.
crazy. I didn't know that. Thank
Yeah,
God.
and then we destroyed her bed, trying to drill it apart. Sorry, Miss Beth.
Y'all are doing what y'all could. That's funny. Okay, moving on. What's something about nightlife that the general, like working in the nightlife, that you think the general public would just be utterly shocked? Or like something that you go home or you call your mom and you tell her that happened and she's just like, what the fuck?
Once again, my sister has like the best. She
Yeah.
has the best stories, like the best stories. It's just the fact that you're sober at 1 a.m. and you're dealing with these people that have been drinking since, God, maybe 12 p.m. that day, and they're just so, God, some people get so ridiculously sloppy, and majority of the people that do it, they're like grown-ass men too. I don't see it a lot with girls, but oh God,
Just the audacity.
the audacity of people, just like the incident that happened here, which
And
we
you
won't
just you
talk
come
about.
do it.
The incident that happened here a couple weeks ago, like just like people getting drunk and they think they're always right, and it just turns into like a full out like maybe a mental brawl with themselves, or like sometimes physical fights.
So
What's crazy to me though is like these kids in Auburn, everybody knows about the Wright Street parking deck.
I
They
don't. What you talking
they
about?
will go into the Wright Street parking deck so drunk, and they will break the little like things to let you in the parking deck. Like that's a felony.
Oh, the little arms.
Yes,
yeah.
they'll break them.
I have a friend, and again, this is a story where like some people that are listening probably know who I'm talking about, but they already know that. So
Yeah.
like it doesn't really matter. And if you don't know, then you're not going to know who I'm talking about. But someone that I went to high school with, he got arrested and I think like fought a felony charge because he assaulted one of those McDonald's automated order, like the touch screen in our downtown Auburn McDonald's. Assaulted it, like fucked it up, beat it up, damaged it and all.
He just wanted his chicken nuggets.
I
Man.
don't know. I don't
That's
even
crazy.
know. Same shit. Why y'all fucking with the parking deck arms?
I mean,
Probably like riding on it and some shit, seeing if it'll like
some
lift
people
them.
like it's just crazy to me. Like some people get so drunk and they just get like that's when I feel like you need to take a step back and look in the mirror when you wake up in the morning, because like why
Oh,
are you
for
being
sure.
so like fight aggressive? Like oh
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I get drunk to have a good time. Like I'm here to chill, have a good time, and y'all are out here fighting parking meters.
Something's not adding up. Something
Oh
went
my God.
awry.
This doesn't have to do. This just made me think of it. This doesn't have to do with anything like being drunk, but where I worked at my old place, it was downtown, one of them, and this poor lady thought she pressed the brakes and she pressed the gas and she ran her car through the beignet and bruise window.
What?
Yes.
I never even heard about that.
Yes, dude.
Oh my god.
Like, it
damn.
no, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I know it happened recently on Opelika Road at that like Metro PCS
Oh, I saw
little
that.
plate. Yeah, like a truck just like
Straight up ran-
bodied that shit.
To
Right
me, when
into
people
it.
do that, I just feel like you're trying to break into the store. Like where I grew up from, like people literally ran their cars like
and then
through
we'll go
front
and like
of stores to
ransack
go
everything.
and ransack a place. Like
I don't know. Around here, they just be fucked up, I guess.
no, like where I grew up from, it was kind of like the Wild Wild West compared to Auburn. Like, dude,
It was just a mom that took too many Zans after dropping her kid off.
oh, real. That's what it was.
No, the
I
odds
was
are.
like- Right, this is Auburn.
Oh my gosh.
That does sound like some Auburn mom
Yeah,
type B a little bit.
Okay, well, to wrap up the sister Skybar personal life type deal, how has your family had to navigate just your sister's employment and relationship at Skybar and like your personal just relationship with it and experiences? I mean, I'm sure you have to battle it every day with.
It's not necessarily that I have to battle it, but the poor girl is she's a full-time student at Auburn. Sissy, I'm not really sure what, some type of laboratory science degree, which she is like one of the only
We're proud
few
of you
people
nonetheless.
at Skybar. I know like there's like a couple other that are in that like type of degree, which is way different than trying to get your business, public communication. No hate, get your degree, girl or guy. But she will get home from work at like 4 a.m. and then have to get up and go to class the next morning. The biggest struggle is trying to get her awake. Like that is something that my parents and not necessarily myself battle with, but just trying to wake her up and keep her on this track to get her degree is
That
like
grind. That's
she's
hard.
so
Just
close
working
to
hard.
man. She's so close to getting her degree, and I could not be more proud of her. But her sleep schedule is the hardest part. I like before she worked there, like her and my cousin have always been like really hard to like wake up. But when I first moved up here, I truly like it would. Kimberly can tell you, like, and my mom, like, we would fight over it because it would make me so angry. And like the older that I have gotten, I still care. Like everyone in this building knows that, like, if my sister is late for something, I still am not at that point or like to that part of my life to where I can just like what like it genuinely stresses me out. I'm like, no, I gotta get her up. Like she's like, I can't let her be late. Like, she's something. You can call her 60 times. Just ask my mother. She's not going to answer. If she's asleep, you better pray that she has an alarm clock that has like this little piece that like you stick under your pillow and it like shoots vibrations throughout your whole bed.
That's crazy. So all of this is from just like the school work balance.
Yes.
Of the demanding late nights and all that going back and forth.
She loves it though. Like,
so she's never felt like she loves working there.
It has its ups and downs. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when she first moved here, she lived with our great aunt, our nanny, and so like she was doing an internship or like student work at the vet school and just going to school. So like her sleep schedule wasn't that bad. But my little sissy, like she couldn't find her people yet. So one day she was at Sky and like she popped in an application with one of her best friends. Now they popped in applications together and they've been there ever since. And that's where they found their people and got their footing in the door. And so I really am like so proud of her. But dude, I cannot wait for her to have a normal sleep schedule. Mm-hmm. I don't know how she does. Like mentally, I could not do it.
Is that why you chose to not like apply there too, or? So
fun fact, when I first moved here, I did apply at Skybar. Mm-hmm. Because like Kimberly was like, just apply here, and I was like, okay. I never got a text, never got anything, but being a twin and like all the things, I am kind of grateful that like that didn't come to play because like you need your separation time. Like Greenlee works at Taqueria, Brooke works in the
dress
Brooke,
industry.
She fashion. Mm-hmm. Kimberly works at Sky and I work here, and like we all have our own things. And I'm not saying like you can't work with somebody that you live with,
but separation is healthy.
Me and Anna at that time, like Anna and I really didn't live there with Anna for like that long period of time. I was never at home, but I think it was great for us. Like she has her own friends, I have my own friends, and like we all still love each other. We all still hang out. But yeah, I do think like that's a big part of it is like separation. So
when those allegations of Skybar kind of started arising, like did your dad have any thoughts, or did you ever feel?
My dad's a J chiller, man. Like he's a chiller, and like he doesn't really like get into that kind of stuff. But I will say, I am the biggest ride or die for my sister and like the people that she works with. Those are like some of my closest friends. Like they've always had my back in situations. Like, but people think, I feel. Just one mistake, everybody thinks everybody's bad, and the businesses ran terribly. Like I'm telling you, that place is ran like a tight ship, like such a tight ship.
I mean, there's no other way it would be possible. The place is huge, and
I mean, I can't speak on anybody's behalf, but I'll tell you what, those people love what they do, and they love each other, and they all argue like siblings. They all get mad at each other sometimes.
Yeah, but as far as you're concerned and your sister's story, you feel safe on your sister's behalf. You have always felt safe there, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I feel like anybody that works there, like, they all have each other's back, and they like their job, and I don't have a problem with my sister working there. My parents don't have a problem. Other than the schedule is crazy.
Like that's the biggest
I think people get such a misconceptions from things that happened in the past and can't seem to move past certain things.
Right. Yeah. I just wanted to open the floor for that because
people like the pub is not the same pub that it used to be.
Absolutely.
Time and people change.
And I mean, it just takes one instant too for like a bad seed to come in, and
just like what my dad does for a living.
Yeah. And something that we've never experienced firsthand or had to deal with like starts happening. And I mean, it can happen anywhere. To any place.
I mean, all it takes is one person.
Absolutely. And you just pray that there's discernment on your hiring team to like weed out those bad seeds. So I'm glad that we got that out of the way. I mean, I feel like it's my duty as someone that does interviews now at this point to ask you those questions if you have connections to a place that's a really big hot topic. And I'm glad to report that
they
it's
love
good.
their job.
I mean, as far as you're concerned, so and that's all that matters in your storyline.
My biggest thing there is like I don't feel fear for my sister's safety. Like,
right.
within the company. I fear for my sister's safety in a sense of like somebody gets pissed off and they're like, all right,
Yeah.
F you.
Yeah.
And they go to like punch her, somebody gets shot, like an outsider.
But again, for your dad, who's a cop, and for you to be here with your sibling without your parents and stuff, I mean, not that y'all are children, but like,
Oh, yeah.
there is a distinctive trust in the setup that they have running, and
for
like the
sure.
security, like you've mentioned, and
Like they run a
there's
very
resources and protection in
trust.
place.
If you've been banned for life, you're banned for life. You ain't getting in there. If you're on a 2-week ban, you're
See,
not
that's
getting
what
in
I
Sky.
want to know. Like, I want to know about like the behind the scenes mechanism. Like, is there a black book?
Yeah, there's a ban wall. Everybody
Ban
knows it.
wall.
Like if you're a Sky regular or like anything like that, like it's a real thing. Like if you get banned, you are banned. You're not going in there. Like they know who you are, what you look like, what your name is, and it gets passed around to everybody. Like so if you decide one day that you want to go throw beer bottles off of the VIP balcony into Boom Boom, you're banned. Maybe a 2-week ban, maybe a 3-month ban, a year ban, life ban. You're not getting back into Skybar.
But everybody knows about
But
it.
everybody know, like everybody that works there, like they run such a tight. Like honestly, people think it's such a terrible. I feel like, other than the schedule, once again, they do a phenomenal job at running a place where you like have the circumstances that you're dealt. Like I feel like they do a great job
Yeah,
at it.
I mean, from someone who comes from the inside, like having to deal and constantly battle with irate parents who don't want to come to terms with the fact that their children's making adult decisions, might not be the decisions that they want, but like if their kid's going out to Skybar, I'm sure they hear their handful, like a fair share of like that, and just.
And most of those parents pull up to Sky like with their kids, and they all have a good time. Like I can't, y'all. My grandma's been in Skybar.
And dealing with that too, dealing with the college kids that bring in their drunk families on parent weekend, like that's
Tell you what, them parents be
a
tipping
wild
though.
sight to see. You know, like it's not everywhere in every town that like you have your grandparents come to the bars and get plastered with you once a year. Like it's so funny to me.
Not at all.
And I mean, just the constant attempts of underage people trying to come in and girls. I mean, there's just a constant battle of revolving doors of like things that they have to fend off. So I
of
think they do a
course.
damn good job.
And my biggest thing for anybody, it doesn't matter where you're going, who you're with, what somebody might say about a place. Like you as a person should always be aware of your surroundings. And that is on you, no one
Absolutely.
else. Like my parents have instilled in me. People think I stare a lot. I am just genuinely
Babe,
one of
she's
the most
watching.
observant
Yeah.
people. Like I was behind the bar the other day and people were like talking about something, but I was making like 3 drinks. And I said, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, how'd you hear that? We as service industry people, we
Are
really
always
do
listening.
like listen to everything. So heads up.
I agree. Okay, so let's move into your time here.
Okay.
A little bit more specifically. Your host, then to server, bartender, transition. Which position has taught you most about how like awful people can be? If we want to talk about the negative aspect.
Honestly, I feel like the host can kind of get the like
Like the brunt of it.
the brunt of it is the first people you see when you come in, and for some forsaken reason, like people think that they don't like, because typically your hosts are young. Not every host knows what they're doing, by the way, just a heads up. But if you don't have somebody to run the door, then like it's very chaotic, it's very sporadic. So these grown adults get mad because most of your hosts are going to be like 16, 17, 18, 19, like young. That's where you start. And you have grown adults getting angry at them because of a wait time. Like they can control how fast people are eating or how fast the kitchen's working, or the fact that there's still 6 people ahead of them on the list, or they didn't like where they got sat and now they want to move. Also, the bar here isn't that bad. Like, I haven't really had,
Knock on wood.
I haven't
yeah.
really had anybody like super crazy yet.
Just like berate you.
Upstairs is definitely a different story behind the bar, but downstairs, I feel like the hosts kind of get the brunt end of it. Like, they get the last call of it all, I would say. But once they sit them, they don't have to deal with them again.
True.
So
then it's passed on.
then at that point, the servers are getting hangry adults that want to act like
He
children.
was already pissed off from the host. Yeah.
Like, I will say that when I have, like, served some families, like, you can tell when a child is embarrassed by their parents' actions. And it's,
That's
like,
so sad.
It's highly uncomfortable because...
It is so uncomfortable.
I mean, Maggie and I can both tell you, we've all been in that we've all been in that place with some sort of family member. But
when the other guests are just melting to the floor.
Yeah, like they're genuinely.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's pinpoint the most disrespectful thing a customer has done to you in each stage: host, server, bartender.
God. That's hard, man. Because, like, you start thinking about all kinds of stuff. So it doesn't have to be here, but at a place I worked at back home, it was a brunch place. It's no longer there. But I had this lady come in. It was, like, the first time I ever, like, kind of stuck up for myself. And it was an old library, like, right off the beach. And the doors they're heavy. Like, you're less than a mile off the beach. Katrina didn't even take this place out, if that tells you anything. And we got the direct impact. And I don't know what happened that day. I wasn't even serving her. But I try to, like, de-escalate, like, her angriness. And long story short, she went to shut that door on me, and my foot got caught in the door.
Oh my God.
Luckily, my foot did not break. Thank you, lady. But yeah, at that point, and then the owner didn't have, like, I felt like she kind of didn't have any, like, respect for me and, like, a sense of, like, what happened. So, like, I shortly turned in my 2 weeks and left after that.
Wow. Baby, we would have had a lawsuit.
I mean, at that point, you live and you learn, and you just keep moving.
Right. It's like, damn, I wish I would have had that happen to me when I knew a lot more in my 30s. That's diabolical, truly.
You just live and you learn, too, and you figure out, like, what place, like, and I've never worked for a corporate company, so, like, you have to find what places, like, really are going to stick up for their employees. And, like, there are boundaries and lines where, I'm not going to lie, employees can be wrong. Like, you hear it all the time, like, the customer's always right. Yes and no. Like, yes and no. And then you hear, like, some people think the employee's always right. Majority of the time, yes. But there are some times where the employee is wrong. And so, in that whoa, guys. In that situation, it was really like, okay, like, you don't really care. And so I was like, I gotta dip.
Yeah, this has got to end.
And, like, Skybar instance, let me tell you something. They always got their employees' backs. Always. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, people sleep on it. People say terrible things. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but they really do care about their employees. Genuinely.
They're going to have their back on that. There will be no disrespect in the house.
No.
What's the worst day you've had? The one that has just been like, am I really doing $2.13 an hour for this?
So, honestly, you have those days sometimes where you just walk out with $0.
Yeah.
But the funniest things that happened to me recently was I worked 2 volumes back to back. Not last weekend, but the weekend before, like, couple weeks, beginning of November. And I was just so tired. I had a great time that weekend. But I was so exhausted and all of the things that I went home and I had a server nightmare that I couldn't get from behind the bar, and I was barefoot. Like, anytime I tried to walk barefoot, Maggie, I was barefoot.
Was it just gross, or were you like stepping on glass? Like, was it painful
just
in your dream, or just like gross?
Behind the bar, so it's gross in general.
That's horrific in itself.
And, like, and downstairs, like, the bar, like, butts up to a wall almost, like, where there's, like, really on the servers are going to go through their employees. And so you butt up like anytime I'd try and walk from behind the wheel and get out from the bar, I told your dad about this the other day. Like I was just like it was like an invisible wall was right there.
Oh my God.
The night before I had this nightmare, the same night that I had this nightmare, I was so exhausted that I walked up to this couple that had been closed out for 45 minutes at my bar, and I was like, y'all ready to close out? And my friends were sitting at the bar, and they were like, they've been closed out. They've been closed out, man.
No.
But I genuinely love working here. Like, I have such a good time. So it's just rough. But that's a part of the service industry. It's just rough when you walk out and you don't make any money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what it is. Like, can't control that.
No. And that's when you just, I guess, hold on to, well, at least I had fun with my friends.
Or like you
I
make
don't know.
$20 and you just tell yourself, like, it's $20 I didn't have.
Yeah, or like I didn't have to do anything. So. Okay, your first time training behind the bar. What happened? Did it go well? What time did we crash and burn?
So my first time training was up here behind the bar, and I just remember Nate making me take an empty bottle of Skull and pour water for like the next 5 hours. It wasn't really that long, but it felt that long. And then
over and over and over until you got your counts.
Yeah.
And your air bubble pop. All
like,
the things.
Oh, I'm tired of this.
So it was like etched in your brain.
Yeah, I feel like back in the day, we honestly had like, no offense to anybody, but we had more creepy regulars than like we do now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would not be like our regulars, like Eddie and them. It would be like these random men that would come in and they would creep me out. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see them anymore. Thank God.
Gross.
I know.
So aside from Nate performing Chinese water torture via Skull liquor bottle, what was the hardest thing you had to overcome stepping behind the bar?
Like, just becoming confident and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, and if you don't know what you're doing, make it look like you know what you're doing, because you have no way of stepping away from these people like you do at tables.
Mm-hmm. And
like,
it's like
you're right in their
first time you
face.
don't have a safety net either.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have the guys in the kitchen to make the food. You're making the drink.
No, you don't have somebody else making your drink. Like, and I've always been like perfectly fine with finding conversation in some ways. And I feel like if you aren't super confident, like having like not constant conversation, people aren't always going to want to talk to you at the bar. Sometimes they're just there to get away. But you genuinely are in these people's face the whole time they're sitting at your bar.
Mm-hmm.
So have conversations, just be confident in yourself. And if you're not, once again, make it look like you are.
Yeah. So do you think before bartending, were you soft-spoken, or have you always been?
I could probably talk to a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that, like, I've just not necessarily like I love making friends, like blah, blah, blah. But I feel like getting to know your regulars and all that, even customers at tables, just makes a huge difference in like the atmosphere and coming back to work. But I wouldn't say that I was like really soft-spoken.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't shut up.
Yeah. No, you don't. And I love that. That makes for a great episode for us. So just trying to like see kind of how or what the like if bartending kind of like developed you in any way, shape, or form. But I don't know. I think just like growing strong and like
I feel like
what
this
you
go
think,
around,
what you decide, what you do.
This go around. So a lot of people that watch this, you either will or you won't know this. Like, I didn't work here for a year and a half. This go around, because of the circumstances and the way I treat life and look at myself in the mirror, like, it's so much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have somebody nagging on my shoulder all the time and just making me feel like I can't speak without doing something wrong. Like, it's just me, and I have great people that I work with here, and the staff is great, and we all really care about each other, and that makes like the world of difference. Like,
and just like autonomy over the choices that you make. And like if you make a bad choice, you're gonna have to go through the circumstances for that and the repercussions for that, but like nothing extra and added on that's coming from anyone else. And I think that's even worse than just fucking up in general. Like, okay, I fuck up, that's fine, I learned from it, but what's even worse is like, okay, I fuck up and then I have to hear it from like
you
this
feel like you
person.
can't breathe.
Yeah.
and it's not like it's not fun. Like you just genuinely like your confidence is snatched away. Everything that you do is like just not there, and you should never feel like you can't talk to your customers. That's literally
Your job.
your job.
Yeah.
You are in the service industry. You have to be able to communicate and talk to, and like you don't want to look afraid. And I was definitely afraid of moving the wrong way.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about that. You mentioned you dated a coworker. Without dragging anybody, what is the most delusional part of service industry relationships?
It works for some, it don't work for all. Maggie and Mathen, beautiful. My best friend and her partner, perfect. Like, it's never going to be perfect. That's not life. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to do it in the service industry, make sure you're both extremely secure in yourself, healthy, and you have good communication. Like, or it's going to be hell. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, you are going to have to pay for it. Like,
Yeah. Well, and I mean, Mathen and I even talked about it, like on our at-home duo podcast recently. Was like, honest to God, if we both still worked in the in the service industry, I'm not sure if we would be at the same like point in our relationship, if any at all.
That's true.
So,
and I also just feel like it's different for everybody. Like, not one person in this world is the same person.
yeah, it's almost like the delusion itself is the fact that you may think that working together might make it easier because you get to spend the time with each other, or you get to keep an eye on them.
And
That's just a recipe for toxicity and disaster.
it's terrible. It's genuinely like, start saving up money for therapy. That's all I got to say.
Right.
Because
What's the ick moment where you knew you were done when you were in that time of your life?
I don't know if I can say it on here.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
It went back and
It's your story.
forth, and like, I am such a different person now, and it went back and forth for 2 years, and there was multiple moments where I was like, okay, I'm done, and then you just get dragged right back into it, and it's not just one person's fault, it's both of your fault at that point, because you know.
Well, then maybe for some advice for somebody, if you're looking back, where you would tell somebody that you
second you
wish.
think it's going wrong, leave.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, if you and your partner cannot figure it out the first time, and the second time maybe you give them a second chance, completely understandable. But if it is continuously going on, get the fuck out. You will save yourself so much. Like, it just do it. I know it's hard. Surround yourself with good people. It's something like I get kind of emotional talking about it, but looking back on it, like, I had so many people being like, what the fuck are you doing? Maggie, you can bleep that if on if you need to. But I had so many people like watch me cry all the time, man. All the time. And my dad and my mom, man, and my sister, my biggest supporters in this whole world, like, watched me go through it, and they still sat by my side through all of it. But they knew, as parents and as my sibling, like, and even my best friends, like, they knew that no matter what they said, like, it's going to take you as a person wanting to come out of that. Like, it's no one else. And I can honestly say, like, block them, and don't ever look back. Just do it. Because if they're willing to block you and unblock you and block you and unblock you and block you, that is mental torment. Like, you are being tormented mentally, like, to no extent. And once you can finally look past that and breathe, you'll never look back. Like, I am honestly in the 2 years, I am the most healthiest I am mentally. Maybe not physically. I'd love to gain some weight, guys. But that's kind of hard. But overall, like, I promise you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the biggest piece of advice I can give anybody is surround yourself with good people and just learn to love yourself again, because you're going to have to learn all over again, like, your life by yourself. You will be okay.
So do you think if like you ever had a spark with another person that you were employed with again in the future,
Hell no.
would you run for the hills? Or
I wouldn't necessarily run for the hills, but I would
you
be
even
like,
consider it?
probably not, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, like, when me and that person, like, first started talking and all that, we didn't work together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
That's
you
so
know,
true.
like, we didn't work together, and then
Right.
they decided on their own accord that they were going to come back. And I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. Like, no, every single person needs that bit of, like, separation time. And also, like, anybody that's been in an extremely toxic, like, horrible, like, downright just bad relationship, and you know it, but you're so stuck, like, you're going to feel like you can't live your life without them because they could make you feel that way, or
Most of the time because they have made you feel that
They've
way.
made you feel that
They've
way.
painted this new picture.
And try your hardest, like, if you are going to want to make it work, make sure, like, you don't allow them to make you feel codependent on them.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you feel independent in yourself, because it doesn't even have to do with, like, money or things like that. It's genuinely, like, you, your person, your brain.
Yeah.
Like, you
We're
feel like
walking
you,
alongside each other.
like, they can make you feel like you can't live your life without them. And, like, I genuinely felt at times like I couldn't do it without them. I'm living my best life. Like, it's been such a transition, and it has made me grow so much as a person, just, like, all the way around. And I, like, love y'all so much for always being there for me and not ever, like, forgetting about me, I guess you could say. Because, like, I really did feel like everybody hated me. Like,
Yeah, he tried.
I felt like there was no coming back from, like, that relationship. Like, I had lost every single person that I loved except for the, like,
And to just trying to like infiltrate your job too. And specifically, I mean, that speaks to just the topic of this podcast.
yeah,
So,
like, if they ever try and fuck with your money,
Yeah.
run.
right.
If there's one thing that I can tell for girls and guys, like, that my dad has always instilled this into me my entire life. Do not need a man. Want a man.
Yeah.
Never feel like you have to depend on anybody else in this world. And I'm not saying, like, you always need somebody to lean on.
Mhm.
Like, be there for your, like, just your life. Like, you need those people. It's healthy. So don't feel like you need to all by yourself.
But support and dependency
Yeah,
is like
support-
two totally different
yeah,
things.
Like, find your support team, but don't, like I said, if they try and mess with your money, girl or guy,
mm-hmm.
go.
No, I think
Run.
that's a great tip. And in
Run.
any way, shape, or form, whether they don't want you to act a certain way and you know that's what it takes to fulfill your job, like, or just be the person that you are. To
genuinely-
socialize and to make sure someone's having a good time and to make sure that they're getting taken care of and to look presentable and to feel confident in yourself and the way that you look and the way that you dress, like, affecting any of that.
I'm sorry, in the most
Run.
respectful way possible, too. I don't dress like a hoe. I don't dress
Fuck
like a
no.
whore. Like, if you want to put mascara on, girl, to make yourself feel confident, put it on. And if they got a question about it, that's their own self. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Megan can tell you, I didn't wear makeup for, like, I would wear makeup every day.
Yeah.
It just made me feel nice. It made me feel good about myself. I went almost a year without putting makeup on because anytime I put it on, I got questioned.
Right. I mean, that's
Like,
a
boy,
heartbreaking.
I got blonde eyebrows, blonde eyelashes. They not there.
And it's just so sad. Like, I mean, this
And I know
side tangent, this has nothing to do with the service industry, but that is just so sad for that to get twisted from a man's or a woman's aspect. A woman could easily be like, why are you putting on cologne? But the right answer should be, like, I'm putting on cologne for not only, like, I'm putting it on because I want to smell nice for you.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, and if you're not, then yeah, put it on for whoever you're trying to attract. But, like, bottom line is, it's so sad when it gets twisted from that, of, like, they can't even have the faith in, like, if you're dressing up for anybody, you're dressing up for me. Like,
No,
so,
yeah. Myself, brother. Like,
mm-hmm.
you.
Or for you, my significant other. Like, God forbid, I just try to look nice for you to appreciate.
The accusations that I was handed on a platter 24/7 are honestly insane.
Yeah.
Maggie can tell you. Maggie knows about some of them, but we won't talk about them because
Right.
it's like, woo.
All right. Well, to wrap it up, if you could go back in time and give yourself one past sentence, or just give your past self, a sentence of advice, if it can legally be said on the microphone, what would it be?
God, there's so much. Be yourself. You've tried, like, when I wanted, like, everybody's gone through that, like, phase of their life where they feel like they need to be somebody they're not. Be yourself. If you ever feel like you can't be yourself, then you need to figure it out, because that's it. Simple as that. Somebody will love you for you.
Mm-hmm.
If your friends don't like you for who you are, they were never your friend.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I struggled with that a lot when I first moved here. Like, I wanted to fit into the status quo. There ain't nothing wrong with my status quo.
Nothing.
Find your people and rock on and keep moving.
And what's funny is there's a lot of people in your status quo anyway. So, like, there's already a category that exists. You ain't got to fit into nothing
else. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I love that. And I'm so proud of you and how
I
far
love
you've
you.
come. And this go round as a bartender is worlds apart. I mean,
oh my God, it's so enjoyable, man. I
Yeah.
have so much fun. Like,
yeah,
I
you do enjoy it.
genuinely,
You can tell.
like, one, everybody's going to care what somebody thinks about them. I don't care who says that. But it's different when it's like, why do I care what Joe Blow at the bar thinks about me?
Yeah.
Who is he? And why do I care? I don't. But not having to go home every night and deal with that is just, like, genuinely, like,
Heaven.
like, the regulars here are like my uncle. And we had a problem with that back in the day because why? Because why? I
So
love them
fucking
and they've
weird.
always had my back.
So weird.
It's, dude, an op.
And off. Yeah. All right. Moving into a little tea. It's
Okay.
done boiling. It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. What's the pettiest reason you've ever hated a customer?
Oh, shit. I don't know, man. I
They
wouldn't
just
say
piss
this
you
is
off
petty.
immediately.
When you ask for styrofoam cups and plastic silverware. Plasticware.
That's a good one. I think we've talked about that before on here. Give me an employee red flag that you've seen in the wild that was so loud it could have been a damn siren.
Ooh.
Like when you see that new hire come in, you know off the bat.
Thinking that you're friends with everyone immediately as you step in the door and you know no one.
That is a weird trait. That is yeah.
You know no one, and you think everyone, like, even months out, like, you think everyone's your best friend.
The best friend with everyone trait is, yeah, it's weird.
Like, have your friends. Everyone, I would like to say this. Everyone that works here right now, we are all, like, we all love each other. We all hang out with each other.
Like genuinely cool.
We genuinely got a nice, like, good group going on here. Like, there's no, I wouldn't say there's any cliques.
We're like outliers.
Like,
yeah.
everyone, like, of course, I got Lydia, like, that works with me. We're so close. Got Jana, got Rachel, I got all of us. And, like, some of us, like me and Lydia, we do be hanging outside of work a lot. But we come into work and then we cut up with everybody here. Like, we don't make anybody, like, no one here makes anybody feel excluded. So for somebody to walk in the door and be like, you're my best friend, you're my best friend, you're my best friend, and then go to the server alley and talk shit about everybody, girl, we do not trust you. Or guy. I don't, that's so, like,
It's going to be picked
activity
up
to
on
me.
immediately.
Like, you're just trying to fit in instead of just being yourself.
Yeah.
I would rather you be quiet and then open.
What's a story from the pub that still lives rent-free in your brain?
Oh, God, there's so many. There's so many. Fuck.
What's the first thing that came to your mind?
Man, when your dad works at Expo Window,
What about it?
not too long ago, a chicken strip ended up a chicken strip ended up on the wall. I don't know what happened, man. But we had some flying chicken in the kitchen. I don't know if we could put that in there for like safety purposes, but when Lil D used to live up here.
Oh, God bless.
Gate, man.
Yeah, Gary.
It's like different Gary that works for here now.
Yeah, Gate.
But
Gator. Not to be confused with Gary.
There's just been so many. First off, guys, like fun fact. This kind of relates back to like never let a man dictate your life for you, because Lydia and I were friends and then we kind of like separated for a little bit. But I'll never forget that St. Patrick's Day, man, where she was so mad at me. Lydia never hit me, by the way. Anybody that says that, you are complete and utterly false. But, man, I love her now. We're so close.
I forgot about that. The rumor that y'all fought or whatever.
She never laid her hands on me. If anything, she laid her hands on that damn office door.
Yes. No, that's
She
what I
laid-
remember. Yeah.
Yes.
You were in the office. That's what the story was.
Yeah.
Was that you were in the office and she saw you in there. You were in there talking to somebody or vice versa.
But I love her, dude.
And she like tried to bust the door down to get in there or something crazy.
It all happened so fast, but man, I love her because that is some straight up dog type shit right there. She tried to bust the door down.
Well, I'm glad to know that Dad throwing chicken behind the expo.
No, the
In expo.
that
is
closet up there. If that closet could talk, it had many stories to
What
tell
closet?
too. Up the stairs in the middle.
What about that closet?
Oh,
What be happening in there,
we
Courtney?
can't talk about that closet because everybody got stories in that closet.
Not me.
Well,
Girl,
that's good.
clean of them stories. Raw clean of them. Okay.
Nothing like sexual was happening in that closet, by the way. Let me make that abundantly clear. At least not for myself. Nothing sexual was happening in that closet.
Yeah, probably not with you, but you can't speak for everybody.
I can't speak for everybody, but
Okay, so your development arc. We've spoken a little bit on how you stood up for yourself. And I think you pinpointed just kind of like one of the first times standing up for yourself at work
Yeah.
that you've never had to in a way before. Would it have been, what did you say, the woman that closed your foot in the door? And that was just like, holy shit, it's just me. And like, I got to deal with this bitch.
no, and I was only 19 at the time.
Yeah.
I know 19 to 23 ain't a big gap, but my life from 19 to 23 is very different now.
Mm-hmm.
But
So you think that one takes the cake? That one just like
yeah, that was crazy. At my old job, we
it's a
had
big milestone.
when I worked at a different job, and you have to call the police so much on the coast. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta call the police so much. But I had this lady's ex-boyfriend or ex-husband or some shit like walk into my job one morning and like try and start arguing. I was like, no, sir, bye. I was ready to dead, bro. People are crazy.
Trying to
bro.
argue with you?
No, trying to argue with her in front of customers,
Oh.
and we were like a brand new establishment, and so it was always packed. Like a slow day there for me was $90.
Mm-hmm.
So we were always packed. And
And you had to tell him to leave?
no, I just called. They were like, call the police. I was like,
I was gonna say
hello.
that's a
Like-
safety breach that I would not fuck with.
No, it was crazy. People down there are psychotic. Like
Yeah.
Auburn is such a walk in the park.
Oh no, them coast folks is
Like,
crazy.
but I love the coast, man, to an extent.
yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
What's something that past Courtney would have cried about, but current Courtney would fight someone over?
Oh, I still cry,
Well, yes.
but like,
But something that like maybe used to just, I don't know, would get you real quick, but now you're like,
a situation that happened to most recently, like that one, like if you know, you know, like we're not gonna really get into detail about it. Like sticking up for myself in that situation, that was one of the instances too. most
relationship
recent.
wise, yeah.
Not even relationship wise, like just coworker wise. Like it's done, it's squashed now. But I would have just I got angry and I cried. But I wasn't just like, you hurt my feelings type shit. Like it was like words were being exchanged, not necessarily between me and this person, but like it had to be shut down, and then words were getting thrown back at me, and I was just like, okay.
But now you probably would have been able to like.
That's what I'm saying. Like
sort
this
it out.
situation, that situation now is like, all right, we're chilling. Like,
Yeah,
let's see.
absolutely.
Back in the day when customers would get mad at me, I would genuinely get so upset. Now I'm just like, all right, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can try and resolve this the best way we know how to as service employees, but
Otherwise, I can't fucking help you.
yeah, otherwise I can't help you. Like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
There are multiple other places. As much as we love your business,
I'll take losing it over what
I'm
you're
gonna
making
keep
me
my
deal with.
peace instead of that.
Yeah.
Like, if that's
Yeah.
what you want, you gotta go, shawty.
Mhm. What's the best revenge you've ever gotten through kindness, resilience, silence, or simply just outliving the drama? Just kind of like from sitting back and watching and be like, you know what? I'm actually just going to let this play out.
There's been like multiple instances, like when right before I left to go to Vegas in June,
Mm-hmm.
we had somebody here, which I honestly don't have a problem with anybody now. Like, I am Jay chillin'. If you want my peace, you are not going to get it. Very select few people can do that to me. But is that Carla singing?
Probably.
Somebody put Carla on the mic to sing for y'all. I'm just playing. But an instance had happened before I left, and like I think she got mad at somebody or something like that. And the day I flew back in on that Friday, drove back to Auburn on Saturday. Quite literally, I was like coming up here to see Brooke because I missed my bestie.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked in. Yeah, it got kind of cold up here.
I know, I'm chilling.
I walked back in, like, I was so mad because I missed it. I wanted to see it happen. But I never, like, put my 2 cents in or anything in this whole situation. I just, like, let it play out. And sure enough, middle of a Saturday shift, let me remind you, she literally just storms out in the middle of a Saturday shift. I think she had like $70 worth of tips and just like walks out and leaves like 5 booths to an employee to take care of. I'm pretty sure Mark had to get on the floor that night.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, I'm not gonna lie though. Sometimes people just need those instances to happen for the betterment of their life to get out. Like,
yeah.
But don't do that to your your coworkers, because you're not just screwing yourself over, you're screwing everybody else over.
Right.
So finish the shift, turn your 2 weeks in, turn your I quit notice in, and then go on about your life. But please, walking out, unless it's like a life or death situation, pull your shit together, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're too old for that.
You need
Pull
to
it
finish your
together.
commitment.
But
You
yeah,
need
I
to see it
was
through.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was so sad that I missed that, because I was on the way and I was
She
looking.
didn't even have to lift a finger.
No, and I would have loved. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I really do love sitting back and just watching.
Yeah.
Like, Disney World, people watching Skybar. I love people watching at Skybar. Like the other day, fun fact, little snippet for y'all. Saturday night, I took my cousin. She came in town. I took her up to Skybar. We're sitting like right on the corner of like middle at the end. And this lady comes up. Skybar is not a place where you can taste your drinks.
No.
She was like, let me taste it first. I was like,
No.
bro, this is Skybar. Get your drink and get out the way. It was a margarita. Let me taste a margarita. That's like asking, let me
This
taste
ain't the
this vodka
place.
cran.
Yeah, this ain't the place.
Anyways, I just thought that was funny. And to all of y'all, Maggie and I were just talking about this.
Yeah.
The one thing people ask me the most when I tell them my sister works at Sky is, can you get me on the list? No, but you can get yourself on the list. How about it? That ain't my job.
What's the list?
It's just like every bar has a list, okay? It's like South has a list. I'm pretty sure 17 has a list. I don't know. Maybe we should snip that out. Okay, the list.
We don't know. They might.
We don't know. They might, but the list is literally just like, you can get your friend in, and everybody in Auburn knows about it. It's not a secret. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like going to Vegas and getting on a club promoter's list, or going to Miami and getting a table with a club promoter.
Mm-hmm.
But not that high key though, but you quite literally just put your name on the list and then you can get 3 friends in for free along with yourself. That's literally it. There's girls, there's guys, everybody's on the damn list. Not everybody. But if you want to get on the list, you got to do that yourself because it literally like means nothing, like in the most respectful way. Like it is never that deep to me. $10 for over, $20 for under. You are not going to find that anywhere else. That's extremely cheap.
Yeah.
Come on. You go to Tuscaloosa, you're paying like $100 for an overcover. Could not be me. Never been there.
No. Mm-mm.
Have you ever been to Tuscaloosa?
I have, but I have never gone out to their bars or anything.
That would be good for my sister too, like asking her like what the like.
Yeah.
Because she was young when they went up to T-Town, but
Honey, I'll infiltrate. We'll go in, boots on the ground.
oh my God, we should do Maggie. What
We'll
we
go
should?
to Rounders. Don't fuck
I
with
was
me.
literally just about to say. You know what we should do? We should take the pod on the road and we should go try out different bars.
Let's do it. If you want to be a sponsor or if you want a stop on the tour, shoot me a
Let
DM.
us know.
Absolutely.
We'll do the bars in Auburn first.
Yeah, we
and
will.
we'll rate them.
We will rate them. Y'all get
Sky's
Fs.
always going to get 100 from me because, you know, that's where my family be.
Okay, let's finish this bitch off with a fun game. We're going to do some fuck, marry, kill, and then a couple would you rathers.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. The dishwasher who's the funniest person in the building, the manager that takes their job way too damn seriously, or the bartender who thinks he's a celebrity.
I'm killing the bartender that thinks he's a celebrity for sure. Goodbye. Are you on People's Magazine?
No. And you stink.
That's hard, man.
Yeah, because it's like you trying to marry and love the funny one or the one that works. That's like hard worker. Just you know, you're trying to fuck the one that's a try hard.
Yeah, I think I would probably sleep with the one that I'm all for people taking their jobs seriously, but I'd probably marry the dish guy, believe it or not, because like you start there, you move up, okay. But at least he has some charisma.
Through thick and thin.
like,
I love it.
Well, at least he has a damn personality, okay?
Right.
I don't want to marry a bland person.
No. Okay. SEC school energy.
Okay.
Frat boy who thinks he's invented drinking. The sorority girl who wants 7 lemon drops for her friends but can't find said friends. And the middle-aged man who talks way too damn close to your face.
I'm killing the middle-aged man that talks way too close to my face. I'm sorry, because back up, please. I probably sleep with the frat guy because I mean, you only got to do it once.
True.
And you never got to speak to the man. And then I'd sleep with the frat guy and then I'd marry the girl that, because she sounded like a good time, man. Like, she literally,
maybe one of those lemon drops are for me.
She's trying to keep the vibes up. And like, if I found a guy like that, just trying to keep the vibes up, get his friends shots and they're all gone, I mean, shit, start a conversation, spark it off with them.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather go on a date with a cook or give your number to a regular?
Oh. That's your dad. I was like, who is that man? I would probably give my number to regular because, I mean, you could just block their number.
True. Work a Skybar game day shift or a brunch with no host.
I feel like working the Skybar game day shift is very long, but it sounds so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
my sister, eventually maybe we'll get her on here, but she could tell you. I think I'd rather do that.
The hell? Band sports bros, older men who calls you sweetheart, or bachelorette parties.
Wait, what's the first one?
Would you rather band sports bros, older men who call you sweetheart, or bachelorette parties?
That one's hard, Maggie.
You hate them all equally then.
A sports bro doesn't bother me because I can just talk my shit.
So true. That's true. You're not banning them.
And if it depends about the old guy calling me sweetheart, like, are you being disrespectful or are you being like grandpa?
Right. That's up to your own discernment.
And then Bachelorette party, it just depends on the people. So that's my honest opinion about that one, because that
You're
one's kind of
probably
hard.
banning the bachelorette party.
Yeah, I'm probably banning the bachelorette party.
Yeah. I'd probably pick the old man that's just gonna call me sweetheart.
Yeah. You know what?
No, I would keep him. I'd probably ban the bachelorette parties for sure.
Yeah, they get really sloppy, man. Really sloppy.
And they just ultimately and immediately get that like special occasion. They adopt that like special occasion mentality. You know what I mean? Where it's like they think that
hold on.
Can I get a shot really quick for the bride?
I got it.
And
perfectly.
they just think that you're supposed to like drop it all right then and there for the fucking bride.
Stassi Schroeder. It's my fucking birthday.
No, literally. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather serve a man who tips 40% or a man who says, no worries, take your time when you're busy?
A man who tips 40%. I'm sorry. I'm here to have a good time while I'm at work and make some money. But if you're going to run me crazy, please make sure you tip appropriately.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, and then a little bonus. Most punchable customer aesthetic.
Everyone's always going to say the Karen, so you got to be different.
Yeah.
Probably the people that just like you're trying to take an order and then like you say something, they speak over you, and then the next thing you know they're like, oh, I hate this, I despise this.
Ooh,
Don't
touch you?
me. They'll tap you. They'll be like, hey,
Oh
no, the door.
no! I'm shocker. New
The
location.
door.
I'm backing up off your table.
Can you
It's where
guess
I'm an
why?
arm lengths away.
Like,
My fucking phone.
I'm
died.
standing right here.
Because
you
if
need
it's
something,
not the sound,
you can either ask for
and
my
it's
name or
not
just say
the
ma'am.
corrupted files, it's the battery, or if it's not the storage. So
Deep breaths.
Your girl,
Deep breaths.
your girl out here scrambling for these videos. Okay.
Be grateful and make sure you hit the like button.
Yeah, we're
so we
gonna
can
remember
continue
this one day.
Yeah.
So let's make that happen. Luckily, all that got cut out was our closing segment. So to wrap it up, Court, what do you think that the service industry has taught you about yourself that nothing else could have?
God, having to go back through in my brain and
I know. You could have a better answer. It could be the same one.
patience, how to face adversity, because you're dealing with like Megan already talked about this, but you're dealing with so many different people, and I know, like we said earlier, everyone kind of like gives you the rundown about like how blah blah blah, but I also believe it teaches you a lot about yourself, your weakness, and your strengths, because every single person is different. Like,
That is what we talked about, was learn how to deal with people. And then I was like, well, that's been a common thing that we've said multiple times. What does that actually mean though? Like dealing with people and learning how to like deal with situations. So does that mean you gain more compassion? Does that mean you gain more patience? Like, what does that actually entail? So
I feel like overall
that was a good answer though.
gives you like a different look on everybody too. It really teaches you how to read people. Like,
True.
You're gonna learn
yes.
how to read people so fast. Like, are you bullshitting me right now? Like, it's like when the person comes in and they're like, I'm a big tipper.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, anybody that says
Immediately
that,
no.
I'm just like, all right,
Mhm.
nah. Because,
We'll see.
you know, it really does. Like, you're going to learn from each table to each person. Every single person is different, and it's going to teach you a lot about yourself. How can you face it, and how do you deal with it?
Yeah.
'Cause
And
every
you
single
said,
person
you mentioned
different.
flexibility and just being able to bend and shift.
You're going to have people say weird shit to you, and you're just going to have to learn how to correctively deal with it, like without upsetting your customer, but also being like, haha, yeah.
And that push and pull of
Yeah.
like having boundaries, but
You can't crash
Giving
out
in.
on
Yeah.
your tables.
exactly. What's something that the service industry gave you that you're actually grateful for?
My family, y'all, my friends.
Yeah, because you said when you moved here, like, you
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't
know
have.
one. You
I
just had
didn't
your
know. I had
sister.
my sister, and that was it. Like, I didn't know anybody. It gave me a roommate, and then it gave me another roommate, and
Yeah.
it gave me best friends, and it's taught me a lot, and I'm just forever thankful for that. It also taught me a lot about myself once again, and how to, like, your confidence is just so, like, not egotistically boosted, but it just boosts your morale in a sense of just
I don't know, the learned skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like trusting.
trusting
What you're standing by.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree. What's next for Courtney? What's after the pub?
Well, I want to go back to school.
You gonna start that podcast?
Yeah, if you help me.
Ha! Yeah, like I know what the fuck I'm actually doing.
I really want to start a sports podcast. Everyone knows that's what I love. It's what I'm obsessed with. It's not my personality, one would say. Some people might say that, but I'm so obsessed. I want to get into the sports networking business, if it's on the analytics side, if it's on the broadcasting side, but not broadcasting behind the scenes. Like, I want to be out there. And overall, that's really what I want to do.
Hell yeah.
Like we said earlier before we had to read, but that job is like a restaurant. You start at the bottom and you have to work your way to the top. If you want to work in football, you got to start somewhere you don't want to start, but you got to be grateful for any opportunity that's given you. So it's kind of like you're new to the restaurant scene, so you got to start at the host stand or the food running expo to learn how to go with it. Like, you're not going to start straight off on the sidelines, or you're not going to be the first one in the booth announcing. You got to start all the way down here and learn progressively how to get up there. You got to fight.
Inch by inch, life's a cinch.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I love that. Well, we'll stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm going to push you for it. You need to just start talking.
No, I really do. Like, just start getting all my little words together, sit down. What's on this week's episode of Sports always change.
Yeah.
And the restaurant industry is always changing too. So it's a learning curve every day.
I'm like, who could you talk to that would be like a niche or something that's like not filled in the sports world? Like,
Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know. You could talk to...
Your dad would be fun to have on too. With somebody that's grown up, like, for that side of things. Like, I know Maggie really wants to get Chris on the podcast for talk about the restaurant industry, but talk about maybe how sports affect your restaurant in a college town, and just like all of that,
positively and negatively,
both.
Yeah, because we invest so much in it, and I mean, if we have a losing season, that investment is non-returning.
Say this. Auburn fans, they're always going to love Auburn, and they're always going to sell at they're always going to sell at a stadium, an arena, no matter what. Like, they're always going to be there, and this year was a proof to that. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, I guess the effect that we feel is like nobody goes out when we fucking lose. They're going home.
Kimberly can talk
dig
deep into that too,
dinner and all that kind of stuff. So
also, wait, yeah, I think that part made it in.
What?
The part about if you're on the list.
Oh yeah, it was in there. It was literally just those three. The list.
So, the list. Well, Maggie.
Thanks for being on. Thanks for relocating. Just for the last 3 closing questions so that we can have a proper exit out of the beach. And I can't wait to see what the feedback is. We love it.
I know. I'm excited.
And I'm so glad you came on.
I'm nervous too.
No, it was so fun.
I really am glad I did this. It's not necessarily out of my comfort zone, but it's
different.
A right step into like maybe like doing the sports side of this. Because like Maggie and I have talked about, everybody does this now. Like, it's the thing, but what makes you different from everybody else is what makes you stand out.
Definitely.
I think Maggie's got that going on.
Thanks. Maybe you could talk to like, I don't know, like seniors or something.
Just start pulling, because like with a sports podcast, you could do like all kinds of different things. Like, I could pull Chris and I could pull you and I could pull my sister and I could pull a player and I could. I ain't got the money to pay a player though. It's got to be out of a friend's love.
Right. We need the connections.
Like I can interview parents.
Well, if you want to sponsor the podcast and the startup of hers,
we
sports
don't have
lovers,
a name yet.
we can work on that. Thank you guys for clocking out with us. We're done. We're wrapping up. Shift is over. Y'all get the fuck out of here. And until next time, keep your pans clean, keep your drinks strong, and your confessions ready.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks.
So, is there anything else I can get you folks this evening?
Dang. Ugh.